Hello again, guys. Just want to review some of the parts of an oil burner during the tune-up or during the installation of it. We have to look at in depth. Can anybody tell me ultimately what is going to determine what size nozzle we put on an oil burner? For instance, this Beckett right here. Well, that would be the end cone. On the end cone itself, what we want to do is make sure the rating of the end cone, in this case being F3, the chart I gave you guys, refer to that chart to see that an F3 end cone is anywhere from 0.75 to 1.25 gallons per hour. Now, nozzle size, that's important. Can anybody tell me what else we have to consider besides nozzle size to ultimately determine how many gallons per hour we're to use? Don't forget fuel pump pressure. Again, the nozzles themselves, based on the chart that I gave you previously, will show all nozzles are rated at a pump pressure of 100 psi. So if we were to increase the pump pressure to, let's say, 175, that would be a larger fuel usage. For instance, we go to 1 gallon per hour at 100 psi. Well, ultimately, you're going to be using, at 175 psi, 1.32 gallons per hour. We have to make sure that coincides now with our end cone. As we previously stated, the F3 end cones rated from anywhere from 0.75 to 1.25 gallons per hour. 1.32, a little bit too large. We would have to downscale the size of our nozzle in order to use that same pump pressure of 175 psi. So in this case, if we're good up to 1.25 gallons per hour, we could ultimately use a 0.90 gallons per hour at 100 psi. That equates to 1.19 gallons per hour at 175 psi. We'd be good to go. Let's try another one. F3 end cone, we'll use the same one. Let's go ahead now to see, can we take that F3 end cone and use a 0.60 gallons per hour at 100 psi for that same oil burner with a pump rated at 175 psi. Well, if we take a look, 0.60 gallons per hour equates to 0.79 gallons per hour. If we go back to our end cone signs, let's go ahead and stick with the F3. F3 is good anywhere from 0.75 to 1.25 gallons per hour. That would be within parameters. Therefore, that nozzle would be correct for this end cone. Let's try one more. Let's change the pump pressure this time. Instead of 100 psi, with that same nozzle rated at 0.60 gallons per hour, let's knock the pump pressure down to 150, let's say on another Beckett oil burner. If we take a look, 0.60 gallons per hour at 150 psi actually uses 0.74 gallons per hour. With the F3 end cone, that would be slightly below 0.75. Therefore, we could not use that nozzle in that application. Stay tuned for more videos. Take care and be well.